Hi, I hope you're doing awesome. So the question we're seeing today is level order line-wise traversal in a generic tree. So in the previous question, we saw level order traversal in a generic tree. And if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you to do that because in that we saw how to actually traverse the generic tree in a level order fashion, right? In this question, we are going to do is line-wise traversal, okay? So each level will come at a separate line. So in order to explain that, let me grab that tree for you. Suppose that we have this tree here and the output we require is in this line-wise fashion, right? So this is the first level. So we'll be writing 10 here. Now, the next level, all the nodes in the next level, that is 20, 30, and 40 actually go into the next line. So here comes 20, 30, and 40. Now, the node which comes to the next level, that is 50, 60, and 70 will go into the next line. That is here, and 80 and 90 will go into a separate line, right? So this is the output we actually require. Now, in order to do that, how we actually proceed is we'll be needing two queues. The first one will be called main queue and the second one will be called child queue. So let's see, here is the main queue, here is the child queue, right? Now, I'll be writing my procedure here and I'll be writing the output as here. Okay. So as in the previous question we saw, the first step is to add the root node 10 into the main queue, right? So we'll be adding 10 here. Now we'll be working until the main queue becomes empty. Okay. So the first step is, okay, so as we saw in the previous video, the first step is remove the node, right? Remove the node. So 10 gets removed, 10 comes here. The second step is printing the node. Print node data. So we print it into the output. So 10 gets printed here. The third one is add children. Now, in the previous question, we added children into the same queue. Now, in this one, we'll add children into the child queue. Okay, so add children in child queue. So the children of 10 are 20, 30, and 40. They get added in child queue, 20, 30, and 40. And at this moment, my main queue is empty, right? So if my main queue becomes empty, what I do is I actually change or interchange main queue and child queue. So this one actually becomes child queue, which is at this moment empty, and this one becomes main queue, right? So it's again filled. So we'll be working further. So following the same procedure, remove the node, that is 20 gets removed, print the node, 20 gets printed, and add children into the child queue. So children of 20 has no children, so this step won't be implemented on it. Now again, 30 gets removed, 30 gets printed, 30 gets printed in the same line because it belongs to the same level, right? We only move to the next line only and only if main queue becomes empty. So the moment we interchanged main queue and child queue was the moment we actually moved to the next line. Now 30 gets removed, 30 gets printed into the same line. After that, children of 30 will be added to the child queue. What are the children of 30, 50, and 60? So they get added into the child queue. After that, 40 gets removed, 40 gets removed, and it gets printed as it belongs to the same level. Now, the children of 40, that is 70, gets added to the child. Again, as the main queue has now become empty, what we'll be doing is we'll be interchanging the main queue and child queue. This one becomes main queue, this one becomes child queue, and we'll be moving to the next line, right? So anything or anything that we further do will be done from the next line, right? Now 50 gets removed, 50 gets removed, 50 gets printed in the next line, of course, and children of 50. 50 has no child, so it won't be implemented. After that, 60 gets removed, children of 60, firstly it's printed, children of 60 are added into the child queue, 80 and 90. Also, after that, 70 gets removed, there is no child of 70, so just print it. Now, the main queue becomes empty again, so we'll be moving to the next line and the queues are interchanged. This becomes child queue again, this becomes main queue again. So the main queue is again filled, so we have 80 at hand, so we'll be printing 80. After removing also 80 has no children, so this won't be implemented. After that we do it for 90, right? Now our main queue and child queue are gonna be empty even after we interchange them, right? So this is the moment I actually exhaust the loop. So this is the moment I actually come out of the loop and our working is done. And this is the desired output, right? Now let's just try to code it. Okay, so my question is here. So we make two queues, queue of type node named main queue is equals to new linked list. I can also write array dq out here. Also, here it comes child queue. Okay, so we have our two queues ready. Now the first step is in the main queue, I add the root node, which is named node here, right? It's named node. Okay, so while not main queue dot is empty, right? Until I exhaust my main queue, I'll be doing the work. So what do I actually do is, firstly, at first step, I remove the node, that is node temp is equals to main queue dot remove. I print the node system dot out dot println temp dot data. Okay, so we also need to print the space here. Okay, after that we add the children into the child queue, right? For node child in node, sorry, temp dot, because temp is the removed node, right? Temp dot children, we add the children in child queue, cq dot add child. Okay, after that, once we exhaust our main queue, so if mq dot is empty, if the size of main queue has become 0, that means we have traveled to one level. So we interchange main queue and child queue. So main queue becomes child queue becomes new linked list, that is gets empty basically. Also we'll be printing the next line, system.out. This is really important because this is the actually important moment of the question, right? Because we change the level, we change the line. Now if I haven't made here, it should hopefully run. See, so it's getting me, okay, so it should not be print ln, it should actually be print instead. So here it should be print, right? Yes, it's getting accepted. Let me try to submit it. Yeah, it's getting submitted. It was a fairly easy question. We just it was a little had a little variation from the previous question. So I hope you liked the video and the explanation itself. And if you did, kindly press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.